Hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of Campus Gridiron. Grant Flood, Lennon Lay back at it once again. And, wow, we're just going to get right into it with the recaps from last week. Both of our teams suck.
Yeah, well, one more than the other, but
One more than the other. So, after I said it, I said, listen. The 1 week I ride the Boston College wagon, they are going to get blown out at home.
by a team who's been the bottom of the ACC for the last couple seasons too.
So, yeah, 45 points given up against Virginia Tech.
Hmm. Well,
I'm very disappointed.
at least I picked my team to lose, so I was kind of preparing myself for it. But that was such a interesting game.
That was, but not as interesting as Jalen Daniels and his.
Listen, we've been riding Michael Penix all season. Heisman, not Jaden Daniels just won himself the Heisman Trophy. I don't care anymore. It's over. It shouldn't be a competition. It really shouldn't. It's over. It's over.
Over.
Jaden Daniels single handedly won the Heisman last week. It's over.
3 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, over 500 total yards.
Passing and rushing, he had like 200 plus passing and rushing.
Ridiculous.
It's just insane.
Ridiculous.
Oh my god. See, Florida couldn't stop KJ Jefferson at the end of the Arkansas game, so I should have had a feeling there's no way in hell we're stopping Jaden Daniels, who's the best quarterback in the SEC. But it is what it is. Yeah, Missouri this week. We'll get into that. We're just throwing up prayers at this point, but I think so. I mean, I'm still riding Washington through the playoffs. That's my playoff team, but I think Jaden Daniels just won the Heisman.
And, that's interesting because Daniels wasn't really brought up a whole lot before really a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he was kind of.
He was good and he was talented, and LSU was great. But no one really predicted him to come out of nowhere and potentially steal the Heisman.
Well, I think he just did.
Very interesting there, but the Gators giving up over 700 yards on defense it's inexcusable, and it comes down to the point where I think they've had 2 or 3 recruitments turn down the offer now. Yes, and they go back into the recruitment stage.
We lost a flip to Auburn and we lost a flip to Georgia, which is really not good because those are your SEC rivals.
Yep. And so now you look at this coaching staff and you say, well, with this coaching staff struggling, I want to decommit if there's no changes going to be made.
Exactly, and that's fair judgment, and it's not. I don't see. This is where the whole things. I don't know anymore, dude. I don't know anymore. I want to believe. I love. I don't know. He's building the right system. I feel it. We're just not putting the pieces together correctly. Our defensive coordinator is 30 years old. It's his first time. He's very young. So I'm not all these things we gotta fire him. It's not. I mean, it's definitely his fault, partly. But he's young and he's not changing schemes. He can't change anything up. He can't adjust.
Right.
That's why LSU pulled away at the end, because we couldn't stop him. We would match him on. We just couldn't keep up with him. So
I mean, it was brutal for one SEC team, and around 7:00 when the game kicked off here in the Eastern Time Zone, it was brutal for another SEC team. Their shot of making the playoffs was out of the water to begin with, coming in ranked at number 9, but Ole Miss got slaughtered by Georgia.
Yeah.
And I know we said we thought it'd be closer, but we both predicted Georgia to win in a relatively tight game. Completely did not see Georgia up by 40 midway through the third quarter. That was crazy.
It started good. It was 14-14 for a little bit, and then again, Kirby Smart and Will Muschamp, God bless them defensive masterminds at Georgia, and they put their heads together and they just kill you. They give up. That's another again. Ole Miss went right down the field, opening drive touchdown, just like Florida did, and then they
They locked
adjusted
up so
and
quick.
got They just it's insane. But we get and Bama's coming up at the right time, and now we get another Bama Georgia SEC championship game, which I think will be a freaking insane game. I'm
It
very
definitely
excited.
will be. Alabama just took care of Kentucky.
Yes, they did
We saw
lock up
that
the
coming.
West. Yep.
Another one we saw coming was Michigan defeating Penn State. We knew
Oh,
even if Harbaugh wasn't on the sidelines, we both kind of sensed Michigan had that game in the bag anyways. Penn State just continues to show they were a great program, but when it comes to these top dogs like Ohio State and Michigan that they just keep on running into every year, they can't beat them. They
because
just
they're in the same division, so they play them every year. But I saw a thing the other day is like James Franklin, he's 10-0 at Penn State against everybody else, and like 0-4 against Ohio State and Michigan. So it's just like Penn State's like they've always been a good program, and they can't get past Michigan and Ohio State to get to a great program. And I was kind of hoping I was rooting for Penn State because you know me, I like all these weird random curveballs at so with the conference. But I think Michigan Ohio State will Michigan Ohio State once again will determine the winner of the Big Ten East. And possibly they might knock each other out of the playoffs. They didn't last year, but I think this playoffs is just too stacked with talent. I think you can't afford to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it just kind of shows you that Penn State is that great program, but they're kind of like Ole Miss in a way too, where
Yeah, they're
they're
good.
always good, but they just don't take off to that
Yeah,
next status. They'll
yeah,
be ranked. They'll win 7 or 8 games at like minimum, but they
yeah,
lose the games that matter when it comes to the playoff
yeah.
picture.
Yep. And another crazy game that I didn't see coming. I talked about it last week. I said Oklahoma State cannot sleep on UCF, and boy, did Central Florida in those Space U uniforms take off. 45-3, 12th ranked at the time, Oklahoma State got absolutely embarrassed by Central Florida. I did not see that. I knew UCF could beat them, but to get absolutely beat down is absolutely insane to me. I didn't. I sort of said, I knew Oklahoma State couldn't take them lightly, and it looks like they took them lightly because UCF and 45 to
Well, remember,
3.
UCF started off the year 3-0. There was a
They
point
did.
where they were kind of fighting for that top 25 spot. They were trying to, and then they fell apart and they lost 3 or 4 straight games.
Yeah.
And so then down the ranks they went, but here they go up to the task at home against Oklahoma State, and they pull off a massive upset, but they win this thing convincingly. It wasn't even close. Oklahoma State came in at like a 3 or 4 game winning streak, snapped. It's crazy.
It is. It is crazy. Washington continues to survive. I'm riding. I'm told you, I'm all in on Washington, man. The Huskies are blessed at
And
this point.
Washington, who's that receiver that's projected to go in the first round? He caught 166 and
Yeah,
a touchdown. He went insane. And then he had a couple of other nail biters. North Carolina, I know you're happy with this one, defeating Duke in a 47-45 shootout.
what a game. Oh
Oh
man,
my
I was
God,
able to catch.
double overtime finish right there.
Yeah, I was able to catch the end of that game. I didn't really. I was watching. It was on the same time as the Florida game, so I kind of prioritized my teams over there because I'm more of a Carolina basketball fan. But I do root for the football team just because I got to support them everywhere. But yeah, I was able to catch the game tying field goal by North Carolina, and then I was able to watch all of overtime, 2 overtime. Man, what a game! And now, okay, everybody was complaining that a rank, North Carolina rushed the field after beating a Duke team with their third string quarterback, but it's Carolina Duke, man. That's the rivalry. You always rust their field against her. Florida State rust their field after beating us last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though they really shouldn't have, because they were the favorite and they were the better team, and they beat us by what 7 last year, 8, 10, maybe, I don't remember. But anyway, we'll see. But Florida has more class than Florida State, and you won't see us rust the field when we, we'll get into that next week. But
would you? You don't think you would? I think we would.
No, trust me, they won't. They honestly, they don't. They don't play. You have to they every game when we gets down to end, security lining everywhere. They're very strict on. I don't think it's ever happened. We would have to take down we have to beat undefeated Alabama, who's number 1, or Georgia, maybe we need to win the national championship or a playoff game at home or something in order to. I've never seen them rush the field, but
They didn't even rush the field after we beat Tennessee earlier. I don't know why I thought we did. No, I guess we didn't.
University of Florida has class, that's why. But they ain't. A lot of people ain't gonna like that one. Speaking of Florida State, damn it, Miami, so close.
Close. Miami's been so hit or miss. They should have a better record than they should. They've gone out and they've lost to teams like Virginia Tech, which is ridiculous, and then they've gone on to beat, have nail biters against Clemson, in which they win, and then they almost pull off the upset against Florida State, but they just didn't have the depth to do it. And honestly, I think that comes down to coaching.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, that and your starting quarterback broke his arm with on that last drive there. I really don't think it would have mattered. It was on a 4th down play, and he was running, and he extended the ball and got a 300-pound defensive lineman to crush his arm. So
that does not sound ideal.
Nope. I guess we got one more game to kind of go over, and
yep.
Oh Lord, that's the title of the video.
Corey Schrader. This guy's insane. This guy is literally insane. Over 1,100 yards already, just coming off 205 yards rushing against Tennessee. Crazy.
36-7 against a team who was projected to be really good coming into the year, but Tennessee really hasn't shown it. They struggled against Florida earlier in the year. Okay, and I know they struggled bad. I was there. It was bad. The score shouldn't have been what it was. I was not when I watched the start of that game. Missouri kind of got up a little early, and Joe Milton threw a freaking dot to their receiver. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Receiver ended up getting hurt, unfortunately, but that was the only touchdown they would get. I was not expecting that. I think Missouri's legit, man. I think they're up to number 9 in the polls now. I think number 9. So Florida's gonna have really fun time against Missouri this weekend.
Oh, will they?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun for the defense. Yay!
Sure. All right. Well, let's move on to this week. We're gonna kick things off as always. I don't know as always, but we'll kick it off with our lock of the week. Go right ahead, Lennon. What you got for your lock of the week this week?
What do I have for my lock of the week? That's a good question. I don't. Yes. Okay. Again, it's from Florida State over North Alabama. I don't think that's even going to be close. I really don't. Which means Florida State will be undefeated coming into the Sunshine Showdown, into the Swamp, lights out. If we do film next week, I know it's Thanksgiving weekend, but I would like to try. We'll discuss it, and we'll try and get a video out.
Yeah. It would be same time, 7 o'clock Wednesday, if we do.
If we do, yes. But yeah, my luck. There's just absolutely no way that North Alabama goes into Tallahassee and comes out a winner. I am rooting for him. Never even heard of him, but I'm rooting for him. But my luck is Florida State will take care of North Alabama.
All right.
pretty easily.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. My lock of the week, and this is going to come to a shock to nobody as well. Ohio State, ranked third in the country. They're going to defeat Minnesota. There was a last chance for Carson Beck to really bump up his draft stock and get at that third or fourth round pick, conversation. This is the game to do it. Minnesota's defense has been pretty awful since week 3 onward, and their offense was so lethargic to the point where they only scored 3 points against Iowa State a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's been bad for Minnesota this year, and I think it's just going to be an all-out rout. I think this is definitely one that Ohio State comes away with the win.
Yeah, I got.
By the way, I'll talk about Carson Beck later. I got my QBs confused.
I was going to say, yeah, Carson. I don't think Carson Beck's at Ohio State. Okay, he's at Georgia. Okay.
No, he's at Georgia. I looked at the logo real quick and I jumped it.
How'd you get? Never mind. I gotta go
because I was looking at the logos really fast.
But they're not even the same. Never mind. Okay, I got the tree. Oh Jesus! All right, you can tell we're doing this live. It's all right. I got the tree nuts in that one too. I think the Buckeyes take care of business.
That's right. That's who that was.
They're both, they're both white quarterbacks. It's hard to get.
You said it, not me.
I'm just saying facts, but it's all right. But yeah, I got the Buckeyes in that one. I don't think the Golden Gophers have any shot at taking care of the Buckeyes.
Nah, and again, it's just because Minnesota's offense has been so poor.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on now to our upset of the week. Mine, just like last week, mine's not really an upset, but it's Kansas defeating Kansas State. 23rd ranked is Kansas State. Good for the Wildcats. They bounced back after a slow-ish start. I know they had a huge comeback victory back in week 2 or week 3. Came back and won, but unfortunately, I don't think they are going to defeat Kansas because the Jayhawks, they did a great job in pulling off that massive upset. I guess who was it? I don't want to. Oklahoma, that's right. When they upset Oklahoma, I thought this team was going to be legit for the long term, and then they went on and they lost last week, which kind of shocked me. No way did I have them losing to the Texas Tech Raiders. So
that was such a great game, too.
That was such a great game. 16-13, very low scoring. I think the Jayhawks offense really picks up the slack this week and does just enough in the 27-24 game, gets the win over Kansas State. I think it's either going to be an upset or Kansas State wins by 2 or 3 possessions. What do you think?
That game is my game of the week, so I'm not going to comment on that just yet. I will talk about it later. I do have a little fact about that game that I don't know if you know this, but we'll get into that later. Again, I don't know my upset. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I have no idea. You know what? Nope. It's too late. I'm going to So, given the fact that our defense just gave up 702 yards to LSU, right? Cool. And then you got a Missouri running back who absolutely killed Tennessee. But Florida beats Missouri. F it. Let's go.
I mean, I hope you're right. But
our offense is gonna somehow, something's gonna happen. We're gonna go Gators somehow. I couldn't pick against Florida as my lock 2 weeks in a row. I couldn't do it. I locked them against. I picked them to lose against LSU lock last week. I couldn't pick them to lose again. So I gotta go. I gotta throw something out there, man. Come on, give me a break. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's at Missouri, freezing cold. Missouri's number 9. They're riding high. They're feeling good. They just smacked Tennessee by 30. 5 is just.
I thought Desmond Howard should have not had a current position covering college football in London. I think you somehow made a prediction worse than him. I'm being honest here. Obviously, it would be a miracle if the Gators won this game, and that would pretty much give them the momentum to potentially pull off the upset against Florida State the next weekend. But I also got to be realistic.
Yeah, well,
This defense is, I think, giving up 400 yards at minimum. Brady
probably.
Cook's great. Graham Mertz is great. Graham Mertz is still playing turnover-free football,
Yes.
by the way.
Bro,
I
it's
give
not
Graham
the
Mertz
offense,
flowers.
it's the defense.
And get Eugene Wilson involved in the game plan more. They did last week a little bit. You were preaching, and that's what you got. But at the same time, it's going to be high scoring. But just like the LSU game, I'm going to go 45-35, Missouri wins. Florida scoring some points, and they're going to keep it close throughout the entire contest. But I can't willingly, based off of what I saw last week, I can't willingly pick them to win.
Fair enough. No, I can't either. This is just I'm throwing up a Hail Mary, and hopefully somebody's there to right in the bread basket. But all right, game of the week time.
Yep, you go. What else do we need to know about Kansas versus Kansas State?
Kansas versus Kansas State. All right. Going back to 2013, Kansas State has won every Sunflower Showdown. So 2013 to 2022. So, that's a Kansas. Yeah, I just think that's last 10 matchups Kansas State has won. That's insane to me. It's no, I mean, if that's the case, then you really can't call it a rivalry anymore. I mean, if one team's dominating you every single year since 2013. But this is different. This Kansas team is different. I'm feeling, I don't know. It's going to the Jayhawks. I don't know. I've been kind of rocking with them all year. I've been kind of picking them. They've been winning for me. I think I picked them last week, but that's okay. They let me down that time. But they went in. They struggled against Texas. They beat Oklahoma for me. They've had a couple good big wins. This is the year the streak ends. Sorry, Kansas State fans, if there's any watching this, I doubt it. But I got to go with the Jayhawks in the Sunflower Showdown this year. I think Kansas.
I like it. We're rocking the same prediction.
Yes, we is.
I did not even know that they had a 10-game winning streak. I mean,
since 2013, Kansas State.
But this is also the best the Jayhawks have been in a very long time.
Yes. They have not had a really good.
They finally kind of compete with Kansas State a little bit now.
Yeah, easy. They definitely can.
Well, it'll be definitely an interesting game. That one will be, of course, Saturday at. I'm looking at the schedule right now for the time of the game.
If it's your game, it's 3:30 or 2:30. Sorry.
No, I was looking for the my game is at 2:30. I was looking for the Kansas versus Kansas State game though.
Oh.
That will be at 7:00 on FS1.
Yeah, well, it's in Kansas is home too.
Yeah, oh well, we got the Gators on at 7:30. We'll watch this.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see.
Unfortunately, until they fall down 21-0 in the first quarter, I'm gonna go switch the channel. All right. To be fair, right, we'll be home on Saturday. Maybe commentate the game here on YouTube.
If that's the case, I'll stay in my apartment.
Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. But it would be cool if I did, though.
Hey, dude. If you let me know, man, I'll stay in my apartment and watch. I mean, we'll probably be delayed by TV, but that's all right. Just let me know.
Yeah, I will. I doubt it, but it would be funny if that happened.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right, my game of the week: 16th ranked Utah versus 19th ranked Arizona. This is going to be a very exciting game here. It's going to be very defensively, I feel. Arizona's offense isn't great. Utah's defense is out of this world. really outside. Yeah, no, really, they've really impressed me outside of maybe one or two games this season. So I think I'm going to pick Utah to win, but it's going to be one possession. I think I'll probably go 24-21 Utah wins. This could even be a last second field goal situation. So I'll go with that because Utah's really solid. As we unfortunately, I think, have a hall meeting coming up soon. My apologies for that. There it is, the hall meeting.
Damn. All right. College life is great. I got the. Arizona's ranked 17th. They're 7-3. Utah 7-3. I think this is a fairly even matchup. It's at Arizona. I have family in Arizona. Now they went to Arizona State, but that's a different story. I'm going with the Wildcats. I gotta pick Arizona. I'm going with Arizona. I think Utah drops back-to-back games against Washington and then Arizona.
Unfortunately, I did not think we were going to run into that. That's a good prediction, though. So I guess we could just quickly go on to some other games. Oh, good. Hopefully she doesn't come. We're going to continue on here and talk about some other games. So we're just going to move on right down the list. Boston College is on tomorrow. They're on Thursday, and they're playing against University of Pennsylvania. Or Pitt.
I think.
I meant to say the University of Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, I don't think Pennsylvania University has a football team, but okay.
No, they don't.
Unfortunately for I don't know. Pitt's not good either, are they? I don't know.
No, Pitt is not good. This is going to Pitt's 2-8. This could be the Phil Jerkovic revenge game if he starts tomorrow, which would be pretty cool. But no, I have BC winning because, yeah, we're on the road and yeah, we just got absolutely embarrassed. But at least Virginia Tech was 500.
True, fair.
Like we're playing a 2-8 team. There's no way we lose 2 in a row, right? Castellanos, baby, step up. He's a really good quarterback. He kind of struggled last week in the first half, but he's been solid.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I do watch the ACC more than the Mountain West, which we've discovered that I know nothing about the Mountain West apparently, except Boise State's in it. But just to be different and to maybe piss you off a little bit, I'll take Pittsburgh.
I think you are insane. Okay.
But hey, man, I got to go different. We can't always pick the same.
True.
There's really not any other good games on this week. I mean,
the one game we've yet to mention, which we don't even need to mention because we already know the result, is Georgia versus Tennessee. On paper, it's a good game, but unless Tennessee really preparated for Georgia that much to the point where they got absolutely mollywopped by Missouri, maybe that's the case and they pull off the upset against Georgia, but there's no way. There's no way.
There is one way, and it's those rowdy fans on Rocky Top. Again, I told you, I think this is the game where Tennessee will strike first. Again, maybe stop Georgia a few times. Georgia will put their heads together, and when they do that, their defense is just insane. I think this game will be closer than the experts think it will be. But rankings don't lie, records don't lie, history doesn't lie. That team in they win. So
you equally hate them both. I equally
I don't care. I hope they both lose. But I gotta them.
Ridiculous. It's just next.
Next, yeah.
We had to talk about it because it technically is the best ranked versus ranked match, but
yeah. 1 versus 18. guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
got another really solid game too, which is Washington versus Oregon State. That game's at 7:30 on ABC.
Yeah, I told you, man. I am riding the Huskies all the way until they get eliminated. Let's go, Huskies.
I'm gonna
Um,
pick Washington to win that game as well. DJU, he's been looking good this year. I'm glad he transferred out of Clemson to really get his opportunity to start, but
yeah,
not this Saturday, unfortunately.
yeah.
He has been looking really good though.
You got yeah, we got you got Louisville and Miami. It should be a sneaky little good game at 12 o'clock Saturday. It should be a really fun game.
Louisville's gonna crush him.
If that's the case, then Florida State's really that bad and doesn't belong at the 4th spot. Ooh, that's a good way to lead into the next thing I want to talk about because this is getting ridiculous.
It is all right. That was pretty much in terms of games we want to talk about. Not a lot of crazy good games this week. It was a lot of games last week.
This is the everybody kind of has a little bit easy before their rivalry game type week. Except Florida has a ranked SEC opponent who's got like 2 losses. But that's okay. And Florida State has North Alabama, but it's okay. It's whatever. Yeah, there's really not a lot of games. Playoff rankings. Hang on, let me pull up the CFP rankings real quick. Just because I know the top 4. I just don't know in my head. I know Georgia got back to number 1, which I don't know.
Georgia, Michigan is top 2. Ohio State 3 and Florida State 4, I want to say.
No, it's Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, Florida State 4, Washington 5. All right, and this is where things get tricky here. So the top 5 teams are all 10-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why Florida State is above Washington, I have no idea. I really don't know. Like, okay, Georgia, yeah, okay, Ohio State, Michigan, yeah, that's fine. But we're talking ACC and Pac-12. They are basically the same, like, level of competition, I feel like. I don't know what the difference is. I feel like Washington has had more big win games than Florida State has. They really haven't. They struggled against Miami last week at home. I know I'm biased because I'm, Florida, but I just don't think the Noles are. They're legit, definitely, but they can be beaten. Boston College almost did it. Clemson almost did it. Miami almost did it. Florida State will fall sometime, and I have a good little feeling about that game coming up here next week just because, make me happy. But, yeah, Georgia, I honestly, they put Ohio State ahead of Georgia a couple weeks ago, and then Georgia jumped them again, but, like, I don't really know why. I don't know why they keep changing the 1 and the 2. I really don't think I don't get it. Either keep it the same. Ohio, nothing big happened last week. They both won their games respectfully by a big margin.
So leave it alone.
Or keep Georgia plays in that. Georgia's schedule is easy, but Georgia plays in the SEC, which is 1,000 times better than the Big Ten. Point blank, period. So.
Oh, you're right on the money with that one.
So, Georgia should be number 1. You got a couple 1-loss teams. You got Texas, Alabama, Oregon at 6, 7, and 8. You got a couple 1-loss teams. If some of those top dogs lose, you can start throwing in those 1-loss teams. So, and again, this is the top 4 top 5 cannot afford to lose. Right. Georgia, maybe. Ohio State, maybe. Michigan, maybe. You could kind of squeeze them in there. But, like, Florida State can't lose. Washington can't lose. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they get out here. And this is the last season with the 4-team playoff. And then next year we'll get the 12-team, which I'm excited for.
I'm excited for it, too. No offense. It kind of feels like the college football playoffs has been kind of a waste of time the last.
It has.
A little bit, because it's like you have Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, the Gators when they're good. It's like, it feels so redundant.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams, and then this gives a lot of these 1-loss teams a chance too. Like he got Oregon,
It
Texas,
shouldn't be,
Bama.
oh, you lose a game, you go down a million spots. I hate
No, I
that.
think if you lose at least 2 games is pushing it. 3 games, I think you should pack it up, go home next year. Good luck next year, but yeah, I think that's but yeah, but and then we get like playoff games and college football. Now, I've never personally been to an NFL game, but I've been to a lot of college games, and I guarantee you the environment the atmosphere is a whole lot more better than the pro game. I mean, I bet I'm the Superdome where New Orleans is probably the only stadium that gets really, really, really loud for their team. But I don't know. I can't speak. I've never been to an NFL game, but I've been to college games, and I would love to see college football playoff games. Like I would love to have Florida host a playoff game. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would
cool,
be
that'd be
sick.
fun, be loud. You got LSU, Death Valley, hell, Georgia, or Georgia's pumps crowd. And that's a different story. But like your Michigans and your Florida States and your LSU's and your Texas and Bama and Georgia, all these teams, it's very, very interesting, and it gives more teams. So the 12 team, if we were doing the 12 team, it would be Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, Washington, Oregon, Texas, Bama, Missouri, Louisville, Oregon State, Penn State. That's the 12 right now. If we were doing the 12-team playoff this year, that's what it would look like. That's pretty good playoff there, if you ask me.
It is.
But it's the 4: Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State. I still think Washington should jump Florida State. They should. But
Yeah, I would think so too.
is what it is. But we'll see. Again, like they can't afford to lose though. If they want it, they got to go get it. No, like I said, I think Georgia can afford to lose one. I think Ohio State can afford to lose one, and I think Michigan can afford to lose one. Right? Like, well, Georgia's obviously going to win out because there's no way in hell they lose to Georgia Tech. I'm sorry. Ohio State, Michigan, that's going to be another great game. I think the Wolverines pull them out again. Florida State has Florida. That's a rivalry. Now, rivalry game records do not mean nothing. You know who you're playing. It's a night game on the road. Should be a classic game. I don't think it'll get blown out. I think it'll be very competitive. If Miami can go into Tallahassee, lose by 7, I think we can beat them in the swamp. But we'll see. We got to take care of business. Nobody get hurt against Missouri. So I'm honestly okay if we go out and let's not play and lose to Missouri. If we just save all our talent for it. But we're not going to because we're 5-5 and we want to try and get a bowl game, I guess. I don't know if I really want one, but we'll try and get one.
Let's say hypothetically, both the Gators and Boston College finished 6-6. Could they play each other in a bowl game?
Possibly. It's all up to the committee, though. That's a chance. I mean, it'd be the toilet bowl, but it'd be like one of the not good
You
bowls.
know how badly, because that's the one thing I do like about bowl games is that you get completely random matchups.
Yeah, like Florida and
And that's
Oregon
what makes
State.
watching bowl
Yeah.
games so much fun because you get
Yeah.
teams who never play each other face off against each other. The last time the Gators and Eagles played each other was back in like the 40s.
I don't even know I didn't think we ever played each other. Huh.
We did once. I looked it up once because just out of curiosity. Gators versus Eagles all time.
I assume, no offense, but I assume the Gators won.
Head-to-head results. Against Boston College, they played both from 1938 to 1939. Yeah, literally since 1939, they haven't played each other.
Wow.
Gators won the first meeting. Boston College won the second meeting.
Oh, so it's even 1-1. Interesting.
Make it happen, committee. Make it happen. Get the tiebreaker. 80 years later, we're going to settle this once and for all.
All right, now here's the real question.
The Gators would literally win by 80.
But who you're rooting for,
I'm saying that with all confidence in the world, Gators by at least 65. The money line would literally be Gators plus 55.5.
Okay, but the real question is, and this is testing our friendship, who you rooting for? Can't say both. Got to pick one. You got to pick your home college or your Florida college.
I'm rooting for both. I don't know. I've been since I
That's
started like paying attention to college football in 2017. I was a Gators fan when I really got invested into watching college football in 2021. Since it's honestly, I've been leaning towards Boston College, and I've been to a few BC games. I'm
I
rooting for both. That would be an automatic commentary on this channel, but I gotta probably root for BC, but I'm rooting for both, so it doesn't even matter. I even if I wanted BC to win, I would want Graham Mertz to throw for 600 yards and 7 touchdowns. So
yeah.
it's kind of like at the end of the day, that is the most split. That's like asking me who am I rooting for in the World Series between the Red Sox and the Mets.
True.
I've seen the Mets have less success than the Red Sox. That's why I root for the Mets in that case. But I love both teams. Those are both my teams. I can't really pick and choose one or the other.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
That's
gonna
like
be happy with whatever the outcome is.
yeah, and that's me with North Carolina and Florida. Luckily,
Right.
I haven't had it'll probably be basketball just because they both have really great basketball programs. But the day that happens, that's a Florida hat, North Carolina jersey, or Florida jersey, North Carolina hat type situation with that one. I'm gonna root for the offense. Like, I want it to be the highest scoring basketball game ever played. To go offense. But yeah, yeah, no, one game at a time. Honestly, like I know I picked Florida to beat Missouri. I really don't think it's going to happen, and I don't know. We'll see. Florida State's still a toss up for me, but I'm not. I have no confidence in this team getting to 6-6. So, but it'll be fun and it'll be interesting to see if they matches up against each other. That would be pretty cool.
By the way, the last time the Tar Heels and the Gators played each other was in 1976.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe it. North Carolina has a 7-2-1 record against the Gators. Their one time was back in the 30s.
Wow, that's crazy. Was that
No,
football
no.
or just what sport?
Oh no, for football. For
Football?
football.
Okay. Damn, that's
But
crazy.
that's what I mean. It's so cool to have like a bowl game between like two teams that, oh my God, the Gators and Tar Heels haven't played since 1976. That
Yeah,
alone is a reason to have a bowl game because they haven't played against each other in forever.
yeah, but when you're a fan of both universities, you don't want your two
Are
favorite
you
teams to
kidding
play.
me? Dude, I want Gators Eagles. You want to know how badly I want that? I
Well,
would literally fly out to wherever the location is and go and see it in person. I'll wear my Doug Flutie jersey and I'll buy a Gators hat and I'll be cheering for both. And then my Instagram caption would be, "I was the real winner today."
Yeah, there you go. Hey, man, shit, I'm gonna get you to a Gators game. Don't worry about that. I'll get you. I'll
Mhm.
get you going. I already got two people maybe coming up for Florida UCF next year, so I
Ooh,
gotta.
UCF. You know, it'd be a circle if I wore my Bortles UCF jersey to the game.
No, 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 no. Listen, you come to a game with me, I'm taking you to the bookstore and you're buying a $30 t-shirt. Ridiculous.
Screw that. I'll hopefully have my Kyle Trask jersey by then.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah, or I guess I'll give you my Tebow Jags jersey. You can wear that.
Oh yeah, I can wear the Tebow Jags. Good lord.
Oh yeah, I
Something
forgot.
I never thought I'd say in my life, bro. Oh God. When Tebow signed with the Jaguars, I was so happy yet so sad at the same time.
I've been wanting to show this bad boy off for a while now.
Oh,
So
now that we mentioned Tebow, we're gonna bring it up.
no, but look at the
Oh
boy.
no, it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't fucking camera can't focus. So that one's Rick. That's Ricky Pearsall right there. See, I don't know. That's Samuel James sign so close to Graham Mertz, but yeah, Mertz is the top one and James is the second one there.
They really screwed that up.
Yeah, he did. They were laughing about that. Like, really, these signed so close to Graham Mertz. Mertz is 15, Samuel James is number 6. But I've been wanting to show that off. I got to get more signatures. I got more space.
You're gonna have space if they keep on cramming the signatures next to one another. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. They were laughing about that. I was like, damn, really, man? That is all right. Those guys are really cool people, man. That was really cool experience. I'm glad I got to meet them. That was really cool. I've met Ricky a few times before, but to meet quarterback is pretty cool. I told him, I said, "You're amazing," and then he pointed to Pearsall and said, "He makes me look good." It's like, but yeah,
That's
man,
funny.
yeah, Ricky's leaving this year, so it's gonna be so. Florida State game is also senior day or senior night, so gonna be kind of bittersweet. We're gonna say goodbye to a lot of good people, but just I don't know the future. It's gonna be rough.
Pearsall, real quick. I'm just trying to look at his draft stock according to the NFL mock draft database. I'm
I'm gonna
curious
say
where they
fourth. I'm thinking late fourth, fifth, maybe sixth. He's good, but
they have him ranked the 205th best player in the draft. That's about ranked 20th wide receiver.
Okay, that's not bad. There's a lot of talent coming out this draft this year, quarterback especially. You have Caleb Williams, maybe Drake May.
I wouldn't even mind drafting Pearsall, the Jaguars.
Oh,
I mean, no offense, Zay Jones dumbass got arrested the other night.
that's right.
Replace him. Why not with Pearsall, baby? I'll take it.
Oh yeah, but he's not. I don't know. He's good. He's college good.
He's gonna be pro good. He gotta be pro good, baby.
No, he's fast, dude. I mean,
Kyle Trask was also college good.
He hasn't really been given a shot, though.
He hasn't been given a shot, and of course, Baker Mayfield's playing out of his mind to keep the starting role. So,
yeah, maybe.
But hey, Deshaun Watson's out for the rest of the year. Maybe the Browns call him up and say, "Yo, can you drop Kyle Trask? We'll pick him up." That won't happen.
I have one Browns jersey, and it's Odell Beckham Jr. I don't need another one. But
I have 0 Browns jerseys, and if I had to get one, I don't even know who I would pick.
Yeah. But
a
yeah,
lot of bad teams since we've been alive. Let's put it that way.
That's so. I feel like after the playoffs and all that, and we should do an episode where we talk like draft prospects and kind of.
Oh, we're going to, and honestly, I know I'm probably gonna have a mock draft on my channel with like a couple of my college friends.
Yeah,
but we are also going to do our own mock draft.
Yeah, for sure.
Of at least the first round. Or if you wanted to make it like an hour length, like a normal episode here, we could do like the first 3 rounds or something.
Yeah.
You could really make a mock draft work. We'll focus on that after the combine, though.
Yeah.
Of course.
I have a good idea who I want the Giants to draft. Yeah, it is quarterback number 1 or quarterback number 2. I don't care. Williams, Drake May, don't care. Quarterback, please. Please, God, quarterback.
I have you and my other friend on campus who's a Giants fan. I want a quarterback. Yes. I have all my Patriots fans on campus.
I want a quarterback.
I want a quarterback. And then I have, oh my God, who else? And then I have friggin', it's ridiculous. Everyone wants a quarterback.
Yes.
And then I have my buddy who's a Cardinals fan. He's like, yo, I don't care if we get rid of Kyler Murray or not. I'm like, why does everyone around me want a quarterback? To be fair, I wanted a quarterback for a while.
Well, you got it.
I got it until last week.
Oh, yeah, that was brutal.
That was terrible.
I was driving home, so I didn't get to watch. I saw that. I got back to my apartment, turned on the TV, and it went on your chat, said, oof. At least we're both going to get destroyed tonight. But, yeah. Oh, damn. What was I going to say? I forgot.
How about Tommy DeVito, eh? He started off as a freshman in Syracuse back in 2018.
That's
and
cool.
I just found that out yesterday. So you're telling me that guy played college football for 6 seasons?
Yeah, I guess.
It's crazy.
Yeah, cool.
He started off with Syracuse, and I think he transferred elsewhere.
Yeah, what a great receiver! What a great guy! What a quarterback! He's so good, and life is great.
Listen, His mom probably doesn't still make his bed for him at 20 whatever years old.
I know.
fun. That was a funny report, though.
Yeah, listen, that Giants Patriots game coming up is gonna be a tank fest, dude. It's
That's
just
going to determine who's getting Caleb Williams and who's getting Drake May or Bo Nix.
correct, exactly. Not even Bo Nix. I don't care. I honest to God do not care who the Giants draft. Quarterback.
Because I think the Seahawks are ready to move on with Geno Smith. I think they're kind of not saying it out loud, but I think they are going to move on from him soon. I think Michael Penix is staying in Washington. I think Penix is going to Seattle with pick number 20, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the quarterbacks taken before him will be Williams, May, Nix, and potentially J.J. McCarthy. And then I have Quinn Ewers going really early.
No, Ewers is staying at Texas.
I did hear about that.
He's going
Actually,
back.
that's a good way to end off this episode. Before we end it off, let's talk about that. We'll
more
talk about
colleges.
Quinn Ewers because that was announced a couple days ago.
Yes, he's going back to Texas.
He's going to go back to Texas. Does Archie Manning wait it out, or does he transfer so we can get playing time immediately?
Ooh. I'm
going to go with he stays and rides it out.
Yeah. Well, when here's the thing too is like when he was getting like recruited, so it says, "Hey, Uncle Peyton went to Tennessee. Uncle Eli and your dad went to. Wait, no, did Cooper go to? Yeah, Eli went to Ole Miss.
Archie went to Ole Miss. Yeah. I know
Didn't
Eli.
Cooper go to Ole Miss
I don't know where Cooper went.
He played football for. I think he went to Ole Miss too. So you really can't follow and you can't go to Tennessee because Peyton's. You're gonna be held to that pedestal of, Peyton Manning at Tennessee, Eli Manning at Ole Miss, So I really don't. I mean, hell, Florida's open. I wanted him to come to Florida so bad just to piss Peyton Manning off, because the college football pack, Peyton Manning never beat the Gators. It's 4 years at Tennessee.
With all due respect to Graham Mertz, move aside after this year because I would have wanted to see how Archie played.
Yeah. Well, no, and Florida has that 5-star quarterback, TJ Lagway, coming in too. So he's going to be really good. He's fully locked in, committed. He said it from Texas. Great player. Going to be fun to build him up behind Mertz for next year. It's going to be really interesting.
Good.
But I think Archie's
eligible after next year, right?
No, he could go this year. He's a junior, but he's not good enough.
Probably not going to.
Oh, Graham Mertz is staying. I am 100%. I will say that 100%.
Yeah.
With 100% confidence.
Good.
ETN is going to stay because he has to.
This is smart for Ewers too because everyone was projecting him as a first rounder with all these quarterbacks.
Yeah, no,
like Nix, like May, like Williams, like McCarthy. There's no room for him. Even Daniels, there's no room for him. One or two of these quarterbacks are going to drop to the second round. Let's play another year. Pray to God I stay healthy and become a first-round pick. It's smart.
Jaden Daniels is a senior. I do not know if he has an extra year yet. I haven't really looked into it.
I know when I was doing on my mock draft website, he was on there. So
okay, yeah, because I know he's a senior, but I don't know if he has an extra COVID year or something. I don't know if he was redshirted. I don't know for sure, but I do know he's a senior and he's probably gone out through this year. Which thank God, because that kid is true.
What a way to go out!
Yeah,
500 yards on the Gators. Gee, thanks, buddy.
Listen, this dude. Listen, I was like, he went off and he even hit the Heisman pose as a touchdown celebration. This dude, bro, just give it to him. Honestly, God, just give it to him, man. I don't think it's. We can get our final Heisman predictions too closer.
We're gonna do that the last week of the season. Right now, I have my Heisman.
Me too.
I'm okay with saying it now because I'm not locked in with this prediction yet. Right now, my Heisman winner is Bo Nix.
Ooh.
For whatever that's worth.
I can't know because I don't know but okay, I'll give you that. But Jaden Daniels is doing this against SEC defenses. Bo Nix is doing it against no defense Pac-12. So, I'm not knocking Bo Nix. I think going to Oregon was the best thing to ever happen to his career because he sucked at Auburn. But I don't know. I'm about 90% 98% locked on Jaden Daniels winning the Heisman there. I'm about 90%.
I mean, and that's understandable too. You could go a million ways with that one.
Yeah.
Drew wants to come on. I did email Drew the link in case he did want to pop on. Sorry the episode's almost over, but we could have Drew on and we can have him give we'll have Drew give his game of the week and then we'll head off here. Good thing we came up with other topics to talk about, or else we would have missed Drew.
Yeah.
I came in clutch. Thanks for that, Lennon. Talking about Queen Ewers
You're
and
welcome.
whatnot. All right, Drew is on. Glad to have you back. He's back after like 5 episodes.
Holy shit.
He hasn't been here since episode 2, I think, right?
Dude, it's been a while.
You have been busy, my friend. Well, we are glad to have you.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's been a crazy, 2 months?
Pretty much. Yeah, about.
Yeah, about that, yeah. In that time period, I've got a lot done. In fact, I'm about to do homework, but I saw you guys were live, so I decided to pop on and see what's going on.
Well, Drew, we were about to wrap up the episode since we're closing in on an hour. But before we wrap up, we want you to give your game of the week for this week.
All right. So there was a lot of thought process when it came to thinking about my game of the week, which when I say a lot of thought process, I mean I didn't think about it at all, really, because I was too busy doing all my other shit. So I'm not sure if this one was taken or not. I think it was by someone because I didn't really read the group chat because, I didn't really care. But
it's all right.
Great co-host we have here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm busy, man. But I'm gonna go with Georgia, Tennessee. That's my game.
Nobody took that. There you go. That's good.
Perfect.
I took Kansas State. He took Utah, Arizona. So you're good.
I mean, when it comes to that game, it's only it's a 10-point spread right now on ESPN, which I think is very, very right in my opinion. Because Carson Beck, I'm gonna be honest, Carson Beck's kind of a bum. I just don't like him. I don't like him.
How do you think I feel?
You're not wrong.
But wait, what is this? Oh, that's not good. But I found something that Florida will never reach. I found something that Florida will never reach.
And neither will South Florida either, but that's okay.
Hey, let's talk about South Florida for a second, if you would indulge me. South Florida, USF. Let me just praise
your own stadium first before you talk about it.
Shut up. Beat Georgia first, all right? Beat Georgia, all right? Yeah. Anyways.
This is going off the rails. My goodness.
Let me just say this.
We are the only team to beat Georgia since.
Shut up. Shut your dirty whore mouth. Let me praise one man real quick. And his name is Byron Brown. Byron Brown is the reincarnation of an amazing man named Quentin Flowers. Okay?
He's still living in the past. It's okay. I am too, so it's okay. I'm wearing a T-Bill jersey for Christ's sake.
Bro is hyping up this man like how I hype up Castellanos every week.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you know who we're projected to play? Boston College in the Fenway Bowl.
Actually?
I love it. Yes.
Actually?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We were just talking about
if I decide to broadcast the game on YouTube, you better find time and to hop on the stream.
Wait, what is that game? Okay, it depends on what the game is because I might be in Jamaica. But,
oh, really? Have fun over there.
Thank you. But yeah, so
Fenway Bowl, Grant, you might be able to go.
Yeah, you might be able to. But no, USF's on a great run right now. I think they're 5-5, and they play UTSA for bowl eligibility in San Antonio this weekend. So it's gonna be a fun ride. If not in San Antonio, then they'll be at home against Charlotte, which I'll be there because I go to all the home games. So it's gonna be a good ride when it comes to the Alex Golesh era coming to an end for the first season. But it's gonna be a fun ride for the next 2 games.
All right, that's good to hear. And I'd be down to play South Florida. That'd be fun.
All right, well, Georgia's going to say real quick who you got.
doing the fly.
I'm gonna go with the boys in black and red.
Red and black.
Yeah, red and black. Come on, there we go. There it is.
Yeah, we got it. Go Bulls.
Yeah, go Bulls.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I'll taking Georgia on that one.
hopefully USF can give me a good birthday win because my birthday's on Tuesday. So
That's right.
hopefully that can really boost it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Wow, that's awesome. Well, this was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think we'd be ending the episode with Drew coming on, but he never gave me a specific no, I won't be on. That's why I sent him the link.
We also never asked, so it's kind of our fault too. But I just assumed like he didn't respond, so I was like,
Yeah.
maybe it's not. But hey, it's all right. You're here. You made it.
I'm
How about
here.
that?
And who knows? Maybe I'll be here for a full episode next week. Who knows?
Yeah, well, we're
Yeah.
thinking about
So
Wednesday.
the
So
Wednesday
if it's
before
available,
Yeah, no. That should work.
We weren't gonna film, but I told him it's rivalry weekend, and we kind of
because it's rivalry
It's the
weekend,
rivalry
it
weekend.
convinced me. And that's right. I do
rivalry.
want us to talk about Florida and Florida State and whatnot. So
yeah.
I miss my rival.
I know UCF chickened out, and now they're war on I-Forest Day.
Yeah,
They really did. They really chickened out.
this
Hey,
pussy's in Orlando.
I'm from Orlando. I got.
I'm well aware of that. That's why I said pussy's in Orlando.
Damn. Okay.
wild. Okay.
But I'm not in
Boston
Orlando.
College got Miami on there last week, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to not finish at 6-6 at this point. 7-5 looks a hell of a lot better.
Lennon.
Okay.
Oh man.
Len's just like me. He's drinking the what is it? The watermelon. I had the same thing in
Hell
my
yeah.
college dorm. Oh my god! If I was,
I haven't had soda since April.
I'd be
being honest.
advertising the
No, it's
watermelon
bad
Mountain
for
Dew.
you. But listen, this is like the second best Mountain Dew ever. I'm just so good.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had soda since April. So
It's
you know.
good. It's
I'm
bad for
living.
you. Never. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, I almost died
It's
because of it.
good
You
on
know?
you. You gotta stay
Yeah.
in shape for baseball. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Future first round MLB draft pick. Yes, sir.
Yes,
New
sir.
York Yankees. Let's go.
Like Ken Griffey Jr. once said, if the Yankees was the only team that wanted me, I would retire.
Damn. Okay. Cool. What you got? Okay. Fair enough. I get it. Fair enough.
It's just how it is, man. It's just how it is. If I can find it, I can show you what I've been talking about. Hold on.
I know what you. I'm well aware of what Ken Griffey said.
Oh no, not that.
Oh. Okay. I was like,
You'll find this cool. So, my friend threw out the first pitch at a Tarpons game, a Tampa Tarpons game,
Oh, really? That's lit.
and that's your first round draft pick right there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So, yeah. Going back to college football. Thank you all for
Yeah.
watching. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Welcome. Your 3 minutes of fame. There you go.
It's actually 5. Thank you, Lennon.
It was about
Okay,
5. Yeah.
Yeah, 5. There you go. 5 seconds of fame. I'm just kidding. I love you, brother. I love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Oh boy. So I'm so glad that Drew was able to pop on for a minute here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So So Wednesday about 7. Hopefully,
Okay.
we should all be free. Try get some
Yeah, no,
rivalry.
at,
Week 12.
At 7, I was eating dinner with my dad at Chili's.
Hey, Chili's is an elite restaurant.
It
It
is.
also yeah. No.
It's-
Chili's. Did
We're
you
plugging-
try like the cheese soup they had?
No,
Talking
about
no, because no one gets that.
That's
No,
great.
No. Yeah.
you can either get 3. You get 3 things at Chili's: fajitas, wings, or a burger. That's
Yep.
what you get. You
I
can't
get burgers and
anything
then
else.
chips and
Fair
queso.
enough.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Anyway,
Anyways, enough talking about Chili's. We're gonna go wrap up the video here. Thank you guys for joining us for Campus Gridiron Season 1, Episode 8. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys next week.
see you guys.